Hello, my name is Ashley Dominguez, and I am a student in this course. Linguistics 36 analyzes the cultural and linguistics qualities of English spoken by African Americans. Being in this course, I have learned to tie in higher education and social aspects to African American English. I think something that African American students would be interested in knowing about this course is that it includes interviewing African American speaker and analyzing the conversation. I had fun with this assignment because I was able to get a first-hand experience of African American English and all the qualities taught about it. For example, I observed vowel duration in some words that were spoken. I also observed consonant cluster reduction, which made words sound like they weren't being pronounced properly. I also caught on to words such as ain't and done being used in African American English, and I think that this has to do a lot with other cultures as well, because although I don't consider myself an African American English speaker myself, I do have overlapping qualities of the language, and I just love being able to visually understand what I have been taught about in this course. There are so many interesting other points that have been brought up in this course. Something that caught my attention has more to do with the aspect of how linguistic qualities have an effect on the way a person acts in a set environment. This interest first came to mind when a student brought it up in lecture. I believe she shared a story about how she took a bus home and she spoke to the bus driver in a formal tone, but when this bus driver spoke back to her in an informal tone, she no longer felt the need to speak back formally. And I just find it fascinating how people feel that they need to speak a certain way in a set environment. I also wanted to tie this idea in with my research project. I wanted to explore more of the idea how speakers of African American English change the rate of speech in a given environment and why they do that. My research project hypothesis is not set in stone yet, but something that I have observed is that people who speak in a setting where they feel more pressured usually have a faster rate of speech than someone who speaks in a more relaxed setting. And I'm currently doing more research on how to tie in African American English with my research project. But to bring up another point, I want to bring up the fact that I admire that this course is very outspoken in the sense that it covers sensitive topics such as race and discrimination. I feel like it is necessary to be taught about these things because there's social stigma attached to speaking slang terms or improper English most of the time, and these social stigmas are tied in with the way someone looks. I bring this up because it has to do with my plans after college. After graduating, I plan to join the police academy after graduation and work my way up to detective. For many years now, law enforcement has had problems with taking part in discrimination and these social stigmas, but it's classes like these that help educate students in not participating in behaviors such as those. I appreciate this course for helping me better understand not only African American English language, but also African American culture. While doing research, I have found other help that can help me, other qualities of help that can help me fulfill my goals in becoming a detective and also in research. Two faculty members that I have found is Robert Kennedy and Ralph Armbruster, and I have taken courses from both of these professors, and I can say that they're truly passionate about what they teach, and I know that they would help me in any topic of interest that I would be researching. Two faculty members from other universities would be Nancy Ayala, which is an academic counselor from Cal State LA, and Howard Alderman from UCLA, which is a psychology professor. And I believe both of these individuals can help me fulfill my research and my post-graduation goals, because they have a lot of knowledge in like the areas that I'm more interested in. An organization that I believe can help me is Legacy LA, which is a nonprofit organization to benefit underrepresented students, and it already has helped me tremendously. And another one is the police student worker that can help me get a feel of what it is to join the police academy. With that being said, I'd just like to say I love this course. Thank you.